Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome if you are new. In today's video I'm going to be sharing with you all of my completed pages for September. So I've managed to get quite a few done this month, and I'm also really looking forward to next month with it being Halloween. So what I think I'm going to do is go ahead and sort of mark out a couple of pages that I want to do for Halloween. So make sure that you're subscribed so that you don't miss next month's completed pages with the Halloween pictures in. So I'll go ahead and move these out the way and we'll get started. So we'll start with the biggest one first. So this was Johanna Basford's Advent calendar, sorry, Johanna Basford's calendar for this year. So for this one, I used watercolours. So I used watercolour paint for all of these leaves here and just did like a base coat on all of the leaves and flowers. And then I went in with some acrylic paint pens and added in some details like this line here and these lines within the leaves, just to make them look a little bit darker and stand out a bit better. And then I used some gel pens. So I decided to go for really bright gel pens. So I used it sort of around here and then this bright pink here. And I'll bring it up so that you guys can see. I did the parrot like an luminous parrot, but I think he looks really cute and he stands out quite well. And then I've got the butterflies up here, which I also did with the gel pens. And then I just used some Posca to add in some little details to the flowers. And the background itself, I just used a Crayola pencil, like a really light blue colour, just to go ahead and add some colour to the background. So yeah, it's not bad. It's not the best watercolour painting. But, you know, it was fun to try different techniques in this calendar. So that's the first one for this month. Okay, next we've got Rita Berman's book, My Tour Through Europe. And in here I finished a colour along that we've been doing on the channel. So it is this page. So for this one, I used the Arteza pencils and obviously some Posca pen, because you can see all the little white dots everywhere. So I tried to make this kind of like as bright as possible and did different sort of colours in each little square. When I filmed the colour along, I did a square at a time. So if you guys do want to watch it, the videos are all still up on my channel. It's like one video each for each of these little pictures. But yeah, I'm quite pleased with how it came out. I like all the different colours and the bright yellow on that one as well. That one's probably my favourite, I think. But yeah, this was a lot of fun to do. So thank you to everyone that watched the colour along as well. Next, we've got My Tour Through Europe by Rita Berman. So this is her new book that she released, and I managed to do 2 in here. So I did a colour along for this one as well. So this is up on my channel if you guys want to check it out. So for this one, I used the Brute Ferner pencils. So I've got the square set of pencils. They're quite nice, soft pencils. So I decided to try them out in this book, and they worked quite nicely, actually. So I used them, and then I used some white Posca to go around the breaking waves to try and make that look a little bit more like water. And then just a bit of gold gel pen here to fill in this little rope attached to the balloon. But I'll go ahead and bring it up so that you guys can see. Try to use all kinds of purples and blues. And then for like the little fishes, I tried to make them stand out a little bit better and use colours that we'd used for the little houses in here. But yeah, I'm really pleased with how this one came out, and it was a lot of fun to colour. So that was a nice little picture to do. And then the next one that I've done in here is also a colour along on my channel, and it is this dragon. So I decided to do him like the Chinese dragons that you see, and I googled a picture and they're mainly like red and yellow. So that's what I went for with this little guy here. I used the Arteza, I think it was the Arteza, yeah, it was the Arteza pencils I used for this. So I used them to do all of like the main dragon and the details and the background here. And then for this gold border, I used a gold gel pen so that it was nice and shiny. If I bring it up, you might be able to see that there's a nice little shine on there. And then for the fireworks in the background, I used some soft pastels. So I just picked different colours and went ahead and filled in the actual firework itself. And then using a glitter marker, I added in some sort of glitter to them, so it looked like there was a little bit of a sparkle on the fireworks. So hopefully you guys can see that. So yeah, that was this page, and again, this was a lot of fun to colour, and if you guys want to see the video, it's up on my channel. So that's everything from Rita Berman. So next we'll move on to Disney Portraits. So in this one I did a Monsters Inc. picture. Where is he? There he is. Oh. So I can't remember his name now. Oh, it's going to bug me. But this is the monster from Monsters Inc. For this one, I used the Core Pastel pencils because I haven't used them for a while, and I thought I'll try them in this book because I've never tried them in this book before, and they worked out quite nicely in here. You can see that they didn't blend quite as well as some of the other pencils that I've got, so they were more difficult to blend in here, but the actual final result doesn't look too bad. For the background here, this light green, I used a soft pastel for that, just to give it a little bit of colour around the edges. But for everything inside the circle, that was all done with the Faber-Castell Core pencils. And then I just added a little bit of highlight to his little eyes there. So I'll just bring it up so that you guys can see. I chose pink for the background, pink and yellow, so it kind of stood out a little bit because there's quite a lot of green on the page. So that was this one. And I still can't remember his name. It'll come to me when I'm not thinking about it. Next, we've got one from Hannah Lynn. So this is a new book that I got for my birthday. And I decided to do the very first picture in here. So what's this one called? I think they've got names at the front. Moon Glow. So this is the Moon Glow page. So for this one, I used the Black Widow pencils. So all of the hair, in fact, everything was done with the Black Widow pencils on here, all of the base work. And then I used some of my glitter markers. So I went round the moon with a glitter marker to make that look a little bit more glowy. And then I added some green onto her wings so that they were a little bit sparkly as well. So if I bring it up, you should be able to see the sparkle, and I used the green sparkle pen for this edging as well, so it's nice and sparkly. But I really like how her hair turned out. I'm not really a big fan of the Black Widow pencils, but they actually worked okay in this book. But yeah, I think the hair came out really nice and bright and vibrant. So that was this one, and this is a really cute little book as well. It was a lot of fun to do. Zoom you out a bit for this one. So next we've got A Million Unicorns by Lulu Mayo, and in here I decided to do this picture. So for this picture I used the Faber-Castell Black Edition pencils, and again I haven't used them for a while. I don't know why, but I just haven't picked them up for a while, so I decided to try and use some more different pencils this month so that I had a little bit of variance in what I've been using. So for this one I used them, and I used some Posca pen to go around the clouds and make them look a little bit more fluffy. And I also went around the unicorns as well because I wanted them to look white, like they've got, you know, like white bodies. So I did add some shade to them, a bit of grey and a bit of pink by their hair, just to give them a little bit of colour. I'll bring it up so that you guys can take a closer look. I really like how the sun came out though with the yellows and the oranges. I thought that came out quite nice. And then we've got our little whales at the bottom here, which are super cute. And then I used a glitter gel pen to go ahead and fill in the stars and their horns. So the unicorn horns are gold glitter as well, just so that they all matched. But yeah, super cute, bright, colourful page. Always a joy to colour in these books. Okay, and last but not least, I've got Circle of Life. So again, this was a new book that I got for my birthday last month, and I decided to do a picture in here. So I went for this one, which is like a sea picture with a nice boat and obviously the nice sky background. So I decided to do like a sunset picture for the background. So I did like the yellow with the orange going into like the pinks and the purples. And I really like how that came out. I think it looks really nice. And then for the sea, I went with like greeny blues so that it, you know, wasn't, because I was thinking about doing the sky blue. And then I did the sea and I thought I need to do the sky a different colour because it's going to be too much blue on the page. So that's why I went for the sunset sort of background. So if I bring it up, you guys can take a look. I went round all the sails with a Posca pen just to try and bring them forwards a little bit. And then I just went round the splashes of the water with the Posca pen. I did think about going over all of these lines here, but I thought it's not going to look right. So I decided just to do the top edge. But yeah, another super colourful picture. And I'm quite happy with how this one came out. I think it looks really cool. So yeah, that was everything that I coloured this month, you guys. So you'll have to let me know in the comment section which page was your favourite. And hopefully you guys are all looking forward to next month's finished pages. So I hope you all have a great weekend and I'll see you in the next video.